Hi, today we're going to talk about the Vesuvius crater. It's a really interesting topic, so I hope you are ready for this. I'm Ivana, so let's start with it. Well, first of all, we're going to talk about what is this place? Have you ever heard about it? I'm going to give you 2 seconds to think about it. Well, if you haven't, you gotta hear about it now. Well, the Vesuvius crater, also known as the Door to Hell, is a really huge gas field. It is located on the Karakum Desert under Baza, Turkmenistan. It was found on 1970 and no one knows how it appears. Actually, the story is a real bit funny, but we get into that later. This place, well, at the beginning it wasn't burning up on fire. You know why? Well, it wasn't burning up on fire because the scientists didn't identify some bombs of fire that were like toxic. A lot of people was dying. So they decided to burn it up. So in this way, could be a really more safer way that people could visit it because it's a really tourist place. Actually, now this place have 2,500 visitors every month. So it's a really concurrent place. But for the pandemic, these numbers have diminished. Well, what do you think is the mystery about this place? Well, it's a mystery. I think that you have guessed it already. The mystery about this place is how this hole opened it and why it did. A lot of people have some speculations that maybe are logical and others are not. A lot of them are fantastic, like maybe the aliens could open or something under earth could open it, but no one's knows until the first speculation that a lot of people have is that the earth decided to break into because the contamination was too high. But we don't know exactly why. Well, what do you think about talk about the history about this place? History about this place is a real big weird and incredible too. But will you ever imagine going to a place, a desert without water and nothing, and you're doing a work for something and suddenly the earth starts to collapse? Where that was the really big history about this place. Some survived geologists that were drilling all decide started to feel like the ground was collapsing because they entered into a cave. When they decided to start to look about how this place was, they started to feel like earth was collapsing and the ground was really unstable. Suddenly, when they saw like 2 seconds later, a really big hole of a diameter of 70 millimeters appears on the ground. It was really scary until it smells horrible. They all got out. They're really scary. So I think that maybe I will do the same. Will you mind to do that? It will be horrible. The difference between day and night of this place is a really cool difference if you think about it. Sometimes a day is not a really good appreciation of what this place is or where it's situated about it. But if you get into close on night, you will see a really huge spectacle. And that is why a lot of people talk about it like it was a door to hell because it's completely orange this place and it's really cool. And sometimes people said that it will be really boring to get into it, but it's cool. It's really cool to see that. Well, some explanations about this weird phenomenon. Well, we have some that are really good. One is that maybe the Earth collapsed in order to prepare methane for leaking from the atmosphere. one that is the more investigated and is the one that is based of science. And some people think it's because the air was so contaminated, and the scientifics said that maybe there was a mode to prevent all these things to get worse. So maybe this hope hasn't appeared, the earth could collapse. Another explanation that I have is that maybe aliens have come and opened it, or someone under the ground or something pulled it and opened it on. But if you ask me, I don't know, because maybe it could be the fantastic, but I do believe the scientific, because maybe it was true, as we are contaminating really bad environment and we need to stop. So maybe there was like an advantageous to not continue doing this, but I think that we haven't learned. What do you think is the really big mystery of the Fury desert crater? I think that we haven't discovered yet, and we have a lot to study. And maybe in the future we could know more about this place and how amazing it could be. I hope you enjoyed it and you have learned something new, because I haven't noticed, and personally I think that it was a really cool place. And thanks for the scientifics that were the ones who brought it up, it made it more cooler, and the difference that it do in day and night are really cool. And well, I would like to show you some videos, but the problem is that I have a little bit of problems with that when I export the video. But I hope you enjoyed, and I leave the links of the description. Thanks. Well, I think that I already say bye, but I hope you really enjoyed it and you learned something new, because we are always learning something new. And always remember, something that we can take about is, if the theory of the environmental thing is true, is that we have to conscientize ourselves and our families that make more things about taking care of the environment. It's a really worrying thing that some people take this like it wasn't anything, but maybe in the future the earth could be collapsing and we don't know why this happening, or if we can stop it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.